everyone. So I'm coming at you again from my hotel room as I do the Christmas circus, and we've been doing this background for Question Fridays, but today is not Question Friday. Today is going to be Announcement Friday because I have an announcement and it's a Friday. This is actually something that I'm really excited about. It's a little project that I started, and as I've worked on it more and more, I've gotten very excited about it. It's turned out into a lot more of a thing than I thought it would be. So let me flash back to October when my best friends Kat and Megan came to Everdeen to visit, and many things in my life have kind of been jump-started by Megan. And this is another one because Megan was telling me about how she does the Amazon Associates program, which is like basically you can create an Amazon storefront, which is like you can do a virtual shop filled with things that you like or things that you think are cool or things that you think other people will like, and share it with people. And I thought this was kind of an interesting thing because I get so many questions from you guys about like, where did you get those curtains? So I started building my little storefront, and I was thinking, oh, okay, well, I'll just put in, you know, things that people specifically asked me about, like duvet cover or pillow or chandelier. And then I just kind of started building more and more and more. And what I've kind of ended up with is my own little virtual shop, which is quite cool. And it's turned into quite a variety of items. I'll try to put a graphic of some sort. Let me lean this way so you can use this space for potential, hopefully a graphic. I just realized I haven't yet mentioned how you find the storefront, which would probably be useful information. I'm going to include the link in the description of this video. So the little like text below the video, it's going to be there. And I'm also going to include it in eventually in the description of like every other video on the channel and in all future videos. So you will be able to find the link in the description of videos. And you do have to go through the link to like find the storefront. So if you just like Google it, I don't think you can find, I think you do need to use the link, as I understand this, which is not well. The reason I started doing it is first off to be able to, you know, very quickly and easily when someone asks me, hey, where can I buy those forks that you bought? You know, I can be like, oh, here are the forks. Here's the wine rack that's in the kitchen. But also I get a commission, which, you know, I just want to be totally upfront with you guys. I do get a commission as an Amazon associate. I get a commission on qualifying purchases, which is awesome because it's a little bit more towards Everdeen, and all the money that I make from this will be going towards projects at Everdeen. And there's quite a few expensive projects coming up. In fact, I've just made a down payment with the carpenters to renovate the barn. So that hurt my pocketbook, but warmed my heart because I really want that barn to get done. I will say, while I'm talking about commissions though, I do not want, and I'm going to make this very clear because I strongly believe this as a person, I do not want anyone to impulse buy more stuff than they can afford. I've tried really hard to keep everything on the storefront very affordable. Almost everything is under 100 euros. There's a few things like chandeliers that obviously are going to be like slightly more than that, but almost everything is under 100 euros. And I want, before you buy anything, think about, is it something that I need, and is it something that I can afford? And then if you like it and it will make you happy and you can afford it, then buy it. It's really important to me as someone who is constantly operating on a budget that you guys are able to buy something that is kind of like a little piece of Everdeen and will bring joy into your life, but also like not bring sadness into your life because it was too expensive and you bought it on an impulse buy. So that's just my feelings about this subject. Anyway, let's talk about specific stuff. We've got all kinds of stuff in the shop, and all of it is either stuff that I have actually literally used at Everdeen, or things that I'm planning to buy for Everdeen. There's the curtains that I'm going to order for the yellow bedroom. There's some glassware that I'm going to order for the kitchen. There's some lamps that I'm going to order. Like there's really a lot of stuff that I am literally planning to buy myself. I just haven't done it yet because we're not like at that point in whatever room it's for. Anyway, let's talk about a few of the like specific things that I've included. I'll try to keep this quite short, but there's a few things that I wanted to show you because I'm really excited about them. So here's a couple of little bits and bobs. Okay, my very favorite list that I've created for the storefront is books, style, inspiration, and history, nonfiction. So this is just a list of nonfiction books that I think relate to Everdeen in an interesting way. So we've got a lot of beautiful, big color photographed coffee table books. There's a wide variety of subjects. So obviously we've got some books about chateaus. There's specific chateaus like Vaux le Vicomte. There's a book about Chateau of the Loire Valley, which Laurent and I visited last summer. If you like that video, then you'll probably like the book. There's also books about just chateau style. There's one about French villages. So if you're interested in chateaus and France and architecture, then there's quite a lot of things for you. There's also a lot of sort of history-oriented books. So I've got quite a few books about the time period in which Everdeen was built, around 1800, time as the Regency time period in England, or the Napoleonic era. The Napoleonic area. That's what it's called, guys. It's the Napoleonic area. The Napoleonic era in France. If you're interested in that time period, if you'd like to have a better idea of what the world was like when Everdeen was built, there's a Regency fashion coloring book I thought was really cool. So if you're interested in the world that Everdeen was created into, then there's a lot of things for you. Also, like I was recently watching the new Napoleon movie, the Ridley Scott one, and I was just thinking, like as I was watching the movie, I was like, literally this time period that they are making a film about, like somewhere in another part of France, Everdeen exists. It's there, and it's just, that's mind-boggling to me. I literally was like in the movie like. If you're looking for more of a biography with history, I did put in biographies of the Marquis Lafayette, who grew up half an hour from Everdeen, so very relevant, and Napoleon, because, you know, this time period, obviously. I also put in a lot of art and design books. So I put in some specific artists like Manet, Toulouse-Lautrec, Van Gogh, who are also some of my very favorites. So like I was really excited. Like I put in a Van Gogh book that I've had for years, and it's such a good Van Gogh book. Like it's really cool. And some design books. I actually put in as a design book one of my favorite books I've had since I was about 14 years old. That's like a fashion book. It's called Fashion, and it's historic dress from the Kyoto Institute in Japan, and it's like just beautiful photographs from the 18th century to the 20th century of their fashion and dress that they have in their museum. It's incredible book, incredible. We also, of course, have a fictional book list, and I tried to do kind of a wide variety. So there's some books that are directly set in France. There's some classics. There's some books that are kind of connected through the time period, or there's books that just make me feel like I'm at a stately country home and a weekend party, like Jeeves and Wooster I included in there. Doesn't have anything to do with France, but makes you feel like you're at a lovely garden party at a country home in the 1920s, and I think that relates to Everdeen in some way. I enjoy it. It's there. I also included things like a few murder mysteries that are set in France, and of course, Far from the Madding Crowd, which is where Everdeen gets its name from. So I highly recommend Far from the Madding Crowd. I also put in Hilary Mantel's A Place of Greater Safety, which is a novel about three of the main figures in the French Revolution. So again, like if you want more of a fictional educational moment, learning about the French Revolution, but also getting a really good story, that's a great, I mean, Hilary Mantel was a genius. Then we've got the pillows list. It's called Pillows, and it is pillows. I restrained myself to only 45 different pillows, which I think was an accomplishment. Good job. They're all beautiful. I love them. I'll probably end up with all of them eventually. I also did two lists called Everdeen Style. One is linens and fabrics and anything made out of cloth, really. We've got duvet covers, we've got curtains, we've got rugs, and then we've got another list of Everdeen Style. I don't know why it has jazz hands with it. That's like non-fabric objects. It's we got lamps, we've got mirrors, we've got picture frames. A little kitchen list. It's mainly cocktail things. Which probably tells you something about where my mind is. One of my favorite things in this list is I found where you can order the Napoleon B glasses. They're a very classic French design. They have the little three-dimensional bumblebee on them. And these glasses, I have them in my Paris apartment. I have the full set, and they're the only thing that has survived the train of Airbnb guests that have come through my Paris apartment. They are sturdy, and they don't look like a sturdy utilitarian thing. They look beautiful and decorative, but they are also very, very sturdy. I also put in there a wine like vacuum sealer. Like you get a little cork thing, and there's a little machine that like once you put the cork in, it sucks the air out of the bottle. Laurent gave me one of these for my birthday last year, and it is amazing, and it keeps your wine fresh. I also included the wine rack that, you know, is the joy of my life. I love my wine rack where I can see all the wine that I have. It makes me happy. Of course, there's a list of chandeliers. Of course there is. Of course there is. Read the description for that list, by the way, because I'm very, each list has a little like one paragraph description of what the list is about, and I'm very, very proud of the description of the chandeliers list. So I'll finish nattering on about this because I think you know, just you guys should hopefully go check it out and see for yourselves what's there. But one more little thing. I did do a list called Bringing Everdeen to You, and that list at the moment is not huge, but it is things that I have already used in Everdeen. It is the exact thing that I have ordered for each of them. Like, it is the thing, and all of them are under 100 euros. So they are affordable, and you can see exactly what they're like because they're in a video on this channel somewhere. That's the little project that I've been doing. Basically, I'm just experimenting with some ideas to kind of raise some funds as we move towards renovating the barn, as we move towards renovating the attic, as we move towards renovating the apartment, and maybe someday the abandoned house, which I really do want to do so badly, but is going to be a hugely expensive project. But something that began as kind of a raising funds idea has turned into something that I'm really excited and passionate about, because I'm really proud of all this stuff. Like, I'm really proud of having selected some things that I think are really great. Hopefully an Everdeen video gives you a certain feeling that you guys like because you're here. And I think that a lot of these things will also give you that feeling. So check it out. The link is in the description of this video. You just have to click on it. Don't make extravagant buys, but if there's something that you can afford that will make you happy or put a smile on your face or be useful to you, then I hope you do buy it. And that's about it for today. I've got to go and put on makeup for the show, so I'm going to head out, and I will see you guys on Monday for a new full-length video at Everdeen.